And good morning, everybody. What's happening? It's Friday. TGIF here at the ABC Fine Wine and Studios Media Center. All right, what's cooking? We got music playing. Everybody's dancing, right? Should be. So happy Friday. What's cooking? Our little daily brew show here with the puppies. And we're going to talk weather, as we do. Got a little bit of hurricane stuff to talk about, too. There's been some news from the National Hurricane Center this week. We're going to go over a couple cool things they put out. Some new graphics they're going to do for the season. They also released a report on Hurricane Laura that we're going to showcase part of the show. And AccuWeather came out with their hurricane predictions yesterday or today. So that was kind of in the news. All right, let me click a couple things. Let me try to get my YouTube chat working here real quick, as we do have YouTube people. Let's see, where the heck is it? Generate chat. Let's see, open chat app. There it is. So hopefully I can see YouTube comments. All right. And I see people talking. What's up, Whitney? Yeah, we got ABC, as we do. So my buddy Sean at ABC, the original Drunk Donkey from ABC, had a great idea. He said instead of the Daily Brew, we should be calling our show the Morning Hee-Haw. Like, remember the old Hee-Haw show? Hee-Haws with donkeys. Donkeys go hee-haw. So that marketing genius, man. The Morning Hee-Haw Daily Brew Session. Let me say hi to Louie real quick. So big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Studios. They're also sponsoring the Tom and Dan land cruise that I should be going to in a couple weeks. We'll showcase that more next week. We have a lot more to talk about today. So big thanks to ABC there. So what's going on? Let me close out some windows. Let's say hi to everybody. We have a little bit of weather to talk about. Long range. Hey, Eric, what's up? Liquid Glass Guard. We're going to showcase Eric and Liquid Glass here in a little bit. We got an awesome promo they're doing for our Drunk Donkey fans. Yeah, you like the hee-haw? The Morning Hee-Haw? Oh my God, what's up, Eric? So here's Louie. Let's say hi to Louie real quick. So we got Easter weekend. Great, cool weather. That's the big news coming up right here. Let's just show this. This is what I posted this morning on Facebook. Everybody's like shocked. It's April. Freezing. We got frost all the way down to Gainesville tomorrow morning. The whole panhandle is going to be frosty tomorrow. Frosty the snowman. And Louisiana's got frost. Mississippi's got frost. Alabama's got frost. And Georgia's got frost. What do you think about that, Louie? Crazy. Let's show Hunter here. So that's kind of the big news. We got a big high pressure over. It's going to be a beautiful Easter weekend for everybody. And that's great. So yeah, we got Eric in here. Let me show you this real quick here. Let me grab it. Got some exciting promo stuff for Drunk Donkey. So as you know, we got a lot of supporters here. Let's pull up his page. So we got this cool giveaway. You know, last year we showcased Liquid Glass Guard because I pulled up a video. Look at this. Let me show you. This is really cool. Where the heck is it? One of these videos. There it is. Look at that. So we used Liquid Glass Guard on our storm chasing last year. And this was down in Key West. So when you order this stuff now, he made koozies for everybody. So when you order Liquid Glass Guard, you get a free koozie that says Mike's Weather Page supporter on it. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And it's an original koozie too. Koozie. Look at that. Phil works at koozies, so we got to use koozies. But pretty cool stuff. Check them out. I use it on my truck, so they support us. He's a Facebook supporter. You get 15% off. Now, here's a big cool deal. So when you go to the store, you type in donkey, and you get 15% off and a free koozie. And if you order every item you order, you get another koozie. So you order 3 items, you get 3 koozies. So that's pretty cool. But this was down in Key West, man, and definitely works awesome. That was my windshield. So we appreciate that. So couple cool things there to talk about. If you got any summer chasing plans ahead of you, good stuff. And the cool thing about their website, I like this. So if you have a beer cooler, you got a foggy beer cooler with glass, you can put it on there and you can see your beer better. So check them out. 15% off. They're based here in Florida, Orlando, local Orlando company. And rainy season's coming. You know how it is driving on Interstate 4. Crazy. So everybody say hey to Eric. He's a cool fan. We appreciate it for sure. And our buddy Hunter here is a little snory, sleepy guy. But so yeah, hurricane season's coming, and protect those windshields. Because you know what? Like middle May is when the rainy season comes. And you want to be ready for that. Right? Hunter, you want to be able to see out the windshield, right? But yeah, if you got any gifts coming up, for sure think of our buddy there. But what do you think, Hunter? I don't know. Hunter's an awesome dog. We had to feed him more, by the way. The vet said that he was too skinny. We could see his ribs. See, these are ribs right here. See? So they said to increase his food intake. So we are on a double diet for Hunter. We're trying to get him up to 10 pounds. And we'll see. All right. So weather news. Let's put Hunter down, by the way. Here's the 2 cans. It is a great weekend to drink, by the way. Always a great weekend to drink. Crazy. All right, so I got something else that came in the mail. Pretty cool. Let's see. My chat thing is stuck. All right. So let me see. Let's go back to a cool graphic here. I got all this cool stuff to show. Also, I'm gonna be sharing this. I got to do a cool little podcast yesterday. Right here, I'll share this. This was the Research Interview Series 23. It was really cool. So I'll post that. Appreciate that. But I want to showcase how cold it is right now. Let's find out where my models are. Models. Here we go. Models. Let's see. All right. So current. So it's 45 degrees here. I could not believe it this morning where I live. It's 49 in Tampa. Here's the current. Let's go to southeast because that's pretty much the shocker. Here's your current temps. So it was 45 degrees this morning when I woke up. I can't believe it. And it's still 49. Now it's 51. So tomorrow morning is going to be colder. That's the big news. A lot of record cold snap. That's really the only thing coming. But, man, check out these temps. We got 30s all the way down into the Panhandle tomorrow. It's going to be very chilly. So that's it. So storm-wise, we'll always talk about this first. This is always a good sign. No organized thunderstorms today. Nothing. Tomorrow. Nothing. Sunday, nothing. And really day 4 on, nothing. So weather is very quiet right now. Great news. We don't see anything on the horizon. Maybe later part of next week. We got this long-range forecast map, 4-8. This is 6 days from now. We got heavy rains predicted again for, what day is 4-8, by the way? That's next Thursday. So our next front rolls through middle of next week. And the only thing really anticipated is heavy rains across some of the areas that are already soaked. And that's not good. So that's really it. That's the weather. No tornado outbreaks, which is great. Expected at least in the next few days. So that's good. Let's see. We got some highs. I want to see. Our chat's back working again here. Anna loves quiet weather. Cool. Diane says it's chilly. Yep. Hey, Ashley. Thanks for the stars. Hey, Deer Hunter. Is that a real name? Deer Hunter? What's up, Katie? Cold in Niceville. Kitron. Hey, Kitron. You're the one that hooked me up on my awesome award. Yeah, I didn't even have that plan to talk about today. But yeah, Kitron, thank you very much. We'll talk about that more for sure. I'll save that maybe for Monday. I got to get into the weather. But thank you for the tropical meat. Well, I'll show it real quick. It's a big deal, I guess. It is a big deal. Let me go. All right. So in case you didn't hear, we were awarded. Let me go find the picture here. Pretty big news. Very humbling news. All right, so this is the big news this week. I found out that the Florida has one of the biggest, I think, well, they claim it's the biggest hurricane conference in the world. It's called the Governor's Hurricane Conference. And they awarded our page, Mike's Weather page, the Tropical Meteorology Award for 2021. That is a huge honor. It's an unbelievable honor that I couldn't believe. I will tell you all that I actually teared up because, I watch this on Twitter. I see all the big dogs. I see Graham and, the hurricane director, all the Colorado State guys are there doing their predictions. We have, pretty much everybody from NOAA and NHC and National Weather Service. It's a big deal. But anyway, they award it to us. And so that's going to be a big honor. They're going to, this year's going to be virtual, but then in 2022, they're actually going to do a physical award for this year's winners and 22 winners. So I'll get to go down there. Maybe I'll get to meet DeSantis. Maybe, we'll see. I have to get a suit and tie. I'll have to wear shoes. But I think the coolest thing about it was that last year's winners, 19, was the National Hurricane Center graphics team. 3 prior years' winners were National Weather Service actual employees, and then Amy Godsey from Florida State, the Florida State meteorologist, won it in 18. So that's some big company, man, and that's just crazy. So thank you, everybody. For that. That's a huge award for our page. It builds credibility. We're crazy and goofy, but I also take this very serious, and some people out there must agree. Otherwise, they wouldn't have awarded that to us. So that was a big deal. We'll talk about it more as they're going to do the presentation in a couple weeks online. So we'll talk about it. That was just more like a sneak peek I had to share with everybody for our fans. So, all right. So we'll talk weather now. I could wear a Drunk Donkey shirt, flip flops, and some camo shorts. You know what I can do, since we got so many awesome supporters like ABC, and we talk about Liquid Glass today, and I got a good handful of supporters. I'm such a NASCAR fan. I should come up with a NASCAR jacket and have all our supporters on the page, man. I look like a NASCAR driver and have patches, that's what NASCAR guys do. If I get to be interviewed, I'll change my hat every minute, like NASCAR guys. I got my buddy Austin Dillon here. I'll be changing hats. I'll be like, this, then we'll switch over to. It's crazy. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? But anyway, all right. So this is a graphic put out by AccuWeather. This was posted yesterday, I believe. So I'll post the link. They have their description here. AccuWeather is one of the first to come out with predictions. And as expected, we've been talking a lot about this. They're going for a lot higher average season than normal. And I'll share the link. It's a great article. We love AccuWeather. We talk about them a lot. We share their stuff. But their graphic shows this is what they think. 16 to 20 named storms, 7 to 10 hurricanes, 3 to 5 majors. But they're going into things about the seasons have been getting a little more active. We talked about La Nina, talking about preseason warm water temperatures, all this stuff we've kind of been teasing about. So that came out, and I'll share it. That actually just saw that today. Well, this time last year, I noticed Colorado State University already released their hurricane forecast, so they should be coming out with one very soon. They're a big dog. Usually when Colorado State University puts theirs out, it hits all the news networks. But this is AccuWeather. I'll share the link later. Expecting a higher than average season. But we've been talking about that a lot. Very, very reasonable. All right, so here is a couple things. Let's share. Let me just put it right here. See what you guys are saying. Appreciate all the thanks. We had 11,000 likes and like 1,500 comments. I mean, you guys are great. Paul's ready for the season. Bring on the season. Oh yeah, this award presentation speech is sponsored by. A tie would be cool, Patty. Good idea. Maybe I'll do that. I will stream it live, Kristen. I for sure will. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Yeah. Well, I always, hopefully, I stay humble and let you guys. You guys make the page. I mean, we wouldn't be where we're at without 1 million followers on Facebook. That's for sure. I mean, the web page is there too, but I think the award is more for what we're doing on Facebook and education and that kind of stuff. So, ACE, hey, good question there, Brian Elliott. ACE is accumulated energy basically in the Atlantic, and ACE is the amount of strength, basically the amount of days of storms over the Atlantic. And you can have a season with a lot of named storms with low ACE, meaning like weaker tropical systems. You can have a couple major hurricanes produce a lot of ACE. That's the amount of energy, accumulated energy, basically, in the Atlantic. So it's kind of a number to explain how potent the season is. So the more the ACE, the more stronger season storms that we have. So again, like 10 weak tropical systems are going to have a low ACE. 2 major hurricanes could have a higher ACE than 10 weak tropical systems. So ACE is just the amount of power, the power potential of hurricanes. The ace of base. Vicky, I'm ready for storm chasing too. You got it. I am. The only thing is with what? No, here's. All right. So I showed the Key West video. Is it up there anymore? Nope. So when we were down in Key West storm chasing, and that was the first time I really used the liquid glass stuff because it was fun. Me and Phil put it on, but when we were done storm chasing, we wanted alcohol. So I need to go to ABC before I storm chase, so that when we're post chasing, you might recall the drunken video. Now I go off rambling, I do. But I guess one of the funniest videos ever was after we were storm chasing with the Key West. We found a Shell station that was open, and they sold us 2 12-packs of seltzer. As you know, I was in a seltzer stage. And we had a post. Oh, here it is right here. So this was the best part of the chase, was when we got to sit by the pool and get drunk. And I went live for 37 minutes. I was hammered. But that was fun times. Remember we had the dancing the wind was blowing around the cans. We were chasing cans underneath tables. It was crazy. Oh, there it is right here. We were losing cans. Stuff was blowing around, and it was nutty. All right, so back to this. All right, so here's the deal. Let's talk about all the new products from the Hurricane Center. I was in Key Largo. Yep, not Key West, Key Largo. So National Hurricane Center today updated their products and services for 2021. All right, this is just kind of the changes for the season. And this is what we got. And Anita, yeah, we won't plan any trips to Louisiana. They got hit a bunch. Now you guys are dealing with frost. Crazy, huh? All right, so the big news here, we talked about this a little bit before. So May 15th, it's not the official start of the season. They have to vote on that from the World Meteorology people. So they're going to start issuing outlooks May 15th. That's 2 weeks earlier, basically. Normally they started issuing outlooks on June 1st. So that's a big change this year. It made a lot of headlines. A lot of people were worried about it. I had a lot of people message me like, oh my God, what do you think about the season starting earlier? It's no big deal. No big deal. 7 out of the last 9 years we've had a tropical system. I think all tropical storms. So a system in May is not uncommon. We talk about that a lot. Very, very uncommon, or very common. Very common to have a system in May. It's not unusual to have a system in May. Well, that was drunk donkey verbiage, but so no big deal. They're going to start issuing outlooks May 15th. Just based on history, we started to get systems to watch in May. So that's one of their changes. We'll start to see updates on May 15th. That means this graphic here will go away. They have not updated this from December 1st. I hate it. We've been teasing with this one little yellow circle for the last 4 months. So we'll start having these graphics May 15th. That's the big news on that. Okay. Second thing, they announced, we kind of already announced, but it's part of their big news announcement, is they eliminated the Greek alphabet. All right. So no more Greek names. If we run out, if the last name this year is Wanda, if we run out of Wanda, they're going to go to a supplemental list of names. And here they are. So if we run out of Wanda, we're going to go to Adria, Braylon, Caridad, Deshaun, Emery, Foster, Gemma, Heath. A little more different names. Isla, Jacobus, Kinsey. So Michaela, I mean, Orlando with an A. So this is a little more unique names on the supplemental list. So no more Greek names. That's the other big news headline for 2021. No more Greek names are going to go right to a supplemental name. So no more Greek shirt. No more toga. They are going to keep the Surge. These are a experimental product. They're going to keep the Surge graphic going. This is the peak Surge estimates. Something new the last couple of years. So that's something new. They just letting everybody know they're going to continue. They updated their probabilistic storm surge map. They call it the P Surge. All this means is they got a new version, 2.8 to 2.9. It's all those little graphics that we see that show the inundation and possible how far inland and that kind of stuff. So they just have a improvement between 36, 60 hours. It goes in all this. So they just basically have a new version of their surge forecast. So they're going to be introducing. Another thing they're adding this year for your boaters, there's going to be more water graphics, which is kind of neat. They're going to be adding 10-meter winds, 30-meter winds, 50-meter winds, but basically these new graphics are pretty colorful. They're going to be experimental wind graphics for over water for the mariners with wind direction. So that's kind of new. They're going to be offering that. Also, they're going to be focusing more on wave heights, which is great. We usually teased the wave heights when we were doing storm coverage, but now they're going to be showing these probably on their marine pages, but it's something new. And this is kind of neat. This graphic here is going to be a cumulative maximum winds over 5 days, which is kind of neat. Kind of letting everybody know, like in a time window, what the maximum winds can be. Because you got sailors. We got a lot of sailors out there, you know. So this is very significant. So they're going to be adding significant wave heights with storms. The other thing, they always update the track cone every single year, and the goal is to make the track cone smaller because you want less error. This year they said it's going to be almost the same with the 2020. They said maybe no more than 5 miles tighter. So the modeling last year they're saying was pretty good. There's still some room for error. So as the 3-day, 5-day expands out, you get more, chances for uncertainty, and that's why the cone does this, because the confidence level decreases the more days you go out. So no big changes there. They didn't feel like they made huge progress shrinking the cone. So it's almost the same. And then everything else is about the same. They got the pronunciation of storm names again. For second name of the year is Bill. So if you don't know how to pronounce Bill, you should probably go back to kindergarten. Right? They got their social media page. They did a lot of social media last year. Ken Graham last year. They did a lot of Facebook Lives last year. They're talking about their Twitter account. So they're going to be doing a little bit more on Twitter this year. And that's about it for that. They talk about all their social media stuff. So there's changes, kind of nothing major, but you always wait to see if they're going to shrink the cone. No, not really. They added a few new products here with the waves and the winds. So interesting stuff, right? Let's get rid of that. And then I'm going to leave this little guy up. And we're going to talk about this here in a second as I do a refill on my coffee. This is an interesting report that came out this week. I want to show you. So Bill Elmquist is excited. David, I don't know if I would sail on a hurricane. We got caught at one time leaving Hooters up in Hudson, heading back home on the boat. Our first boat was not a very good boat. Man, it was the most scariest thing ever, man. It was, Hey, Jeffrey Porter, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Betty Davis, he did a pretty good job last year. I think the only thing is he was very, just basically repeating the graphics. which is, they have to. They can't speculate. Ashley, that was the NHC page. It's all drink donkey. It will be a collector, James. Hold on, I'm just reading comments. Yep, Betty's agreeing with that. Hey, Teresa, what's up? No more Greeks, but you can still drink. You can still eat Greek salad. Nothing like some good feta cheese, man. Shipwrecks. Where's that at? Oh, Kathy, is that down in Key West? I think you're right. Let me Google that. Is that the name of that place? Shipwrecks Keys. I think is that the name of that restaurant I was at? Look at that. Keys. Let's see. Let's see. Bar Grill. Is that right? Looks like it. Oh, there it is right there. That's where we were. Look at that. Let's see. Shipwrecks Bar and Grill, Key Largo. That's it right there. Website. Hey, I recognize that buoy. We were there. That was it. That was our spot. Let's see if they got any more photos. They don't have a very active Facebook page. But anyway, we were there. That was our spot. We were watching the storm from Shipwrecks. Small world, right? For sure. Hey, what's up, James? Softball Sunday. Yep, we had a tough loss last night up in Hernando for our East Lake girls. But I was very happy for the pitcher of the Leopards. It was an old teammate of Emily's, Ava, and she did amazing. So it's pretty cool when you can root on the other time. Cheryl, I'll have to behave myself. Yep, we will. We will have plenty of Hurricane Hunter on our storm chases. That's for sure. All right, so I wanted to share this. I should do it at the start of the show, and then we're going to go into this. I got this cool thing in the mail yesterday, and I got a card. Where the heck's the card? Shelly probably knows who these people are. But Jamie and Gabby McAnally. Oh, I think I talked to you guys before, McAnally, because I asked if you got McAnally on the Jimmy Buffett. But check it out. There we go. So they sent me this cool cup. Look, this awesome tumbler. I've never had a wrapped tumbler before, but it's got funny stuff. Like, who are you going to call? They have our storm chasing donkey up there in Louisiana where we were for Delta memory. We got the drunk goat on there for Tom Brady. Got ABC on there. Look at that, ABC. This and it's Irma, the cone of Irma. This is like a, and then you got the dogs on there. Isn't that neat? So thank you guys so much. This is one of these cups where you're like drinking and then you just start having memories. You just get emotional, like, oh my God, I remember that. I remember that. This was actually, look at that. We were tracking Irma. Remember that? Irma made a weird jog down over Cuba, and it kind of bounced along Cuba. And it was going farther west than most official forecasts. And when it went over Cuba, it actually started ingesting dry air from the mountains. And that dry air kept it in check. And it still hit the Keys as a Category 4. But luckily, when it went across Cuba, we were watching it live on radar. And I remember this. Like, hey, it's starting to dry up a little bit on the south side. And it disrupted it just enough that it couldn't recover when it made that curve back up into Florida. I mean, it's still a strong storm, but the strong intensity that Irma was luckily weakened a little bit as it ran over Cuba, and we watched that live. That was a memory for sure. All right, we're going to talk about one more graphic. We talked about AccuWeather. I'm going to share that link. We talked about the cold coming. Got Easter coming, so I hope everybody has a great Easter. This was a funny picture shared on the internet yesterday. I had to share it too. April Fools with the Krispy Kreme. But we got Easter, so everybody have a great weekend. If you're signing off, we really hope if your family and friends have a nice weekend. Luckily, the weather's going to cooperate, and we don't have any big weather to worry about, which is good news for sure. All right, so this came out yesterday. This was a storm surge report that was very interesting. Remember, Laura was our strongest system last year. Lake Charles was hit the hardest, obviously, as a big city. Lots of other people were affected by it. Sometimes we focus too much on the major cities, but Laura was a wide storm, a lot of surge on the coast. Cameron, remember, a lot of other little small towns we'll show you. But this is a report that talked about the storm surge. And they were sexy, David. Yeah. Hey, who was it? Jason Triplett? Was that the name? So we had snow flurries yesterday. It was a little bit later. We were thinking, which is really odd. Usually when you get these really cold snaps, this time of year, it warms up during the day enough to where, your snow chances are down. But yesterday was weird. We had snow flurries pretty much throughout the day. Like afternoon, we were getting, I had fans reporting from Boone, and I had fans from Franklin, Tennessee, and Gatlinburg areas. There were flurries yesterday. Now, obviously nothing sticks, but we did see snow flurries. Even Cade's Cove on Twitter said, be careful of snow and ice. So we got that right. The models got it right. Again, I don't share models unless I believe in it. So I do kind of forecast. Everybody looks at the same models. Everybody's got the same access to stuff. It's just how you choose to present it. And, confidence was extremely high. We're going to get flurries, and we did. It was pretty wild. I even had a picture from Klingham's Dome. I probably didn't say that right. All right, so I'll share this link too. This is a storm surge report. Very, very detailed storm surge report on Hurricane Laura. And it really goes into the science behind storm surge prediction and the reports after. And this is where the assessment teams go in and do a lot of studies. And they verify heights, surge, look back at how they forecast, look at products, how things could be better. And it was pretty impressive. So let me show you some stuff here. So it talks about, August 27th, made landfall, Category 4. They did indeed produce storm surge 12 to 18 feet above ground. Here's a little model showing it going up the coast. But here is what is interesting. Let's show you some of the actual graphics that they assessed after the storm. Very good graphics and video or photographic evidence. All right, so it goes in. So the report is really cool because it shows you how it was forecast. Then it goes into the surveyors, how they went in and started looking at surge only, not including waves, and then they start showing pictures. U.S. Army picture here. You can see the water line. So that's what these teams do. They go in there, 53 inches. They'll start assessing damages. And what I found was interesting is this is only halfway through it. So this storm surge in Southwest Louisiana. Now they're starting to find a high water mark of 17 foot, second-story home in the Oak Grove neighborhood in Creola, Louisiana. So they start showing, photographic evidence of that. Does not include wave action. That's mean water height. So that, this is just, obviously awful pictures. But we're starting, there's a water line measurement they show all the way up on the roof of that house. That's the Oak Grove neighborhood of Creola. In fact, let's look at that, where that's at. Because I'm sure they're still recovering where the heck that's at. Here it is. This was close to Cameron, I believe. There's Creola. There's Cameron. So there's Creola. This is where they were at. This is, I think, where they found the highest. Remember the storm went up basically like that. So obviously we always talk so much about, you get the end of day, you get the initial push of surge, but the big surge really comes on the east side as the water is just being pushed in from the waves. So this little area right here is where they focused on, even though the eye went that way. And that makes sense. The east side of the storm is the big one. So there's a pretty high water mark, 17 foot, 17.2 foot on a structure at Rutherford Beach, which is what we just showed right here. Here's Rutherford Beach. So that was pretty high. Now what I really want to show you, which is interesting to me, what we talk about so much. So 17.2 foot, there's all the proof. Look at that watermark line, all the way up there to the roof. Second story. So there's that. All right, let's talk about the river gauge. We showed that water thing. All right, but before I lose everybody, so it's a good report. I mean, it really, really, really backs up their forecast. Went into Lake Pontchartrain, 3.2 foot all the way up to Lake Pontchartrain. So it follows the surge northward. And here's a good graphic. This isn't the one I was going to show you, but this kind of shows you the gradual push of water as it went north. Obviously, a lot of marshland, keeping the water north all the way to Lake Pontchartrain. They noticed a height 3 foot. So the graphic that I shared earlier today, I want to share now, which is so true. I think it's this one right here. This is one of them. All right, so the actual track, we can't do page markers. The actual track was to your left. And when they're doing these storm track estimates for surge, there's so many possibilities. That's why I know the theme last year was like let's say an area was supposed to get 12 foot of surge, and they might have only got 6 foot of surge. So all of a sudden everybody blows up. Busted forecast, blah, 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 blah. Well, this shows you why it's so hard to predict surge, because they do a simulated shift track of only 20 miles right here. So the actual track to your left, they do a simulation of the track actually went to the left, to the west 20 miles. And it would change so much inland, 9 foot, way more. Red is higher surge. So just a slight last minute shift would affect so many more people. So it's impossible. A 20 mile shift is not that major when you're talking, a massive storm like Laura was. So this is why, the surge forecasts are so hard to predict. So there was surge, and I remember the days after Laura, there was a lot of people saying, the NHC screwed up. The surge never reached those high values. But they indeed did. It's just because they were in rural areas and different areas, and they had to go in there with their teams and find, the water evidence. So, you don't want it for sure. There's a track, but again, the shift change, if it occurred, would have had a way larger populated area could have been affected with a track change. So that's what they're showing. And then at the end here, they talk about hindsight. Where is that at? Up here. So if you want to go, it's a lot of read. NHC's hindsight or hindcast, but it also talks about what they learned, what they could have done better. So it's interesting. So I'll share that for sure. Came out yesterday. A lot of great information on storm surge. If you want to learn more, I thought it was very interesting. So there's that. So a couple cool things that did come out, for sure. So that was interesting. So yesterday on my podcast, let's go back to that. I did talk about, so good question was brought up. Let me pull it up here, and I'm not going to play it, obviously, but I'm going to share it here in a little bit. Let everybody check it out if they want to. So it's Ramey. I kind of hope I got your name right. I never even did that. Well, Ray. The email was Ray, so it's Ray. So Ray, his podcast here, let me click on the link. It was great. He, professor. He's got a PhD. So I was talking to somebody with a PhD. It's a little scary. But he had a great question. What's next for Mike's Weather Page? Well, I think last year when we did that interview with Blake Martin from Lodging Solutions was really cool. Even my mom said she loved it. So education, I think, is going to be something we're going to try to do more of this season. I mean, forecasts all the time, 100%. But Tammy Kent, we talked about it Wednesday, they're the first ones on the scene for storm assessing, for power especially, and just what goes on after a storm, before a storm, cleanup, insurance, a lot of that stuff's education. So he asked a good question yesterday, and that was one thing that I think we're going to try to work harder on is education. More for me too, because I'll be honest, when I started doing this, I didn't know half this stuff. It's very incredible. Everything that goes on. More post storm. Way more post storm. So All right. So, PhD, I know, Kristen. I felt funny saying drunk donkey. I didn't ask him if he drank. Katie, yeah, we're going to do another one with Blake. A little more, that was kind of on the fly, but for sure. So any more questions out there? How's the YouTubers doing over there? There's a couple of them over there. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hope everybody has a great Friday, holiday weekend. Special thanks. I got a question here, was it? Let me see here. Nope, I already answered that one. Shelly always hits me up. That was yesterday's chat. But yeah. So it's cool. Eric Voss was in the chat, so we're going to share his stuff a little bit more on the supporter page. Remember to support all the companies that love us here at Mike's Weather Page. We love them, and thank you for everything that they do, for sure. So, all right, and that's about it, I think. Thank you, Loretta Reed. Appreciate that. The Bristol Dirt, Dylan. You know what? I was surprised there wasn't more wrecks, to tell you the truth. I thought we'd see more bumping and grinding. I don't know why we didn't. Usually you see a little bit more. Maybe it's because the cars were too fast, but I don't know. It was cool, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't. It seemed like the original Bristol when it was one groove, when Earnhardt bumped Labonte. Those years of the bump and runs were pretty exciting. But yeah, it's all right. They're going to do it again. They already announced it. Hey, Liquid Glass. Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, don't forget, type in donkey for a free koozie. And like I said, Phil, our buddy Phil, he works at Koozie. Koozie is a supporter of Mike's Weapons. You got to have a koozie, man. Got to have a koozie. And it's free. Have a clean windshield. And look at that. Koozie for my hunter. That's awesome. We'll make sure when the season gets going too, we'll have some more fun with that, no doubt. So, anything else? Let's see. We got Patty just said donkey. That's right. Type in donkey and get 15% off. 15% off. And you know what else is coming? Love Bug season. When is Love Bug season, by the way? When is Love Bug season in Florida? Oh my God. Oh my God. April to May. So because of these little guys, that's the number one reason. So if you don't want that to ruin your windshield or your car, get Liquid Glass Guard. It repels. It makes the god awful. You know, if you don't clean. A lot of people don't know this in Florida. If you don't clean, you got like, 48 hours. And if you don't clean your beloved bug guts off your car, your paint is ruined for life. It is the worst prank Mother Nature has ever done. Like, what are they thinking? Oh, look at these little guys. They look different. Look at that guy's got 2 eyes. This guy's only got 1 eye. Is that a drawing? I don't even know if it's a real picture. But, oh my God, look at that. Jesus, does this not say Florida? Look at that. Ugh. Ugh. Now, if you don't clean that off, guess what? Your paint is ruined for life. Love Bug season is April. Yuck. And they stink. Caterpillar season, Amy. Yep, caterpillars are now. So if you got an oak tree, you'll see little green guys floating down. Little guys. Martha, thanks. Yeah, man, have a great weekend. Thank you. Yeah, we had a little fun along the way. But, so, all right, 2 more minutes, then I got to take the girls to Busch Gardens. I promise them. They're out of school. Stay off Interstate 4 with love bugs. Oh, my God. And it always sounds like it's raining. It is the most awful thing in the planet is to hear love bugs. And it's like when I'm driving, I feel like I'm like dodging NASCAR. I'm thinking that if I do this, I'll miss them. I'm like, get me to. Then I just hit the gas and get the heck out. I'm like, oh, maybe there's this pocket. Well, then you hit them faster, and then you get a bigger mess. Kristen's brother would eat love bugs. Oh, yuck. All right. Any more outs? Let's see. Zyrtec season. Yeah, that's pollen. And trust me, the pollen this year has been the worst that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what it is. I've never seen pollen as bad as it's been. Let's see what's on Twitter real quick. But it's been absolutely... Oh, here's a report. Ben Knoll. I like this guy. Ben Knoll's a long-range hurricane predictor. So velocity potential. Last hurricane season compared to this season. Now, he rolled his eyes. I guess that means we have less velocity. That would mean less shear. I don't know how to make it bigger, though. Can't make it bigger. But anyway, here's 20. Huh. So basically we have... Well, it's rising air, sinking air. Huh. I guess it's just more Africa. So what we're looking at here is the green is more rising air. Really no big changes in the Atlantic, but what Ben Knoll here is getting at is that Africa is going to get more juicy on long-range models from August to October. So, you know, you get more long track Cape Verde style storms possibly. This is 21, this is 20, 21. So juicier Africa, potential for more long track storms. So that was a little hurricane. We had a lot of hurricane news today. You know it's big weather when Fox and CNN are talking about weather. So there's a frost advisory down in the Florida. Fox News showing that. All right. Oh, fire danger. I had a couple people ask me about this too. So what does red mean? This is interesting. So red is your red flag warning, and that means that it is unusually drier air, and basically because of the low humidity values in the atmosphere, low humidity enables fires to kick up more than not. So we have high wind gusts, low humidity, and dry air means that you have an increased chance for fires. And the Storm Prediction Center usually shows that too. Here, let's see what they show. Fire. They don't even show it on this one. Well, they do actually. This is weird. They have that for us on this side, down to Eric. So you have an elevated fire outlook today for Florida. But in reality, then the National Hurricane Center has a red flag warning over here. So I don't know. Why would they have two different ones? But anyway, red flag warning just means any fires that develop will likely spread rapidly. That's what they're getting at. That's because we have dry humidity, or low humidity, and high winds. So that's what red flag means. Danger, danger, fire danger. All right. Pay your flood insurance. Yes, Whitney, I got my damn premium. Look at this, security risk. So my policy went up to $3,400. And apparently where we live, they increased our points. So that's like a $1,500. It's crazy. Because they changed the flood the flood maps around me. So I called a couple places and I can't get any cheaper. So everybody who lives in Pinellas probably got a huge increase in their flood insurance. Or house insurance, not flood insurance. Everything goes up. What the hell's up with that? So be good donkeys. Have a good Easter. Yep. It's the Sean Hee Haw hour. Cold front, Brian. All right. So we got a slow warm up. I don't see anything coming long range. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's look at long range real quick, and then we'll say see you later, alligators. So we got a slow warm up coming. Tomorrow morning is gonna be the coldest of this snap. We'll just do southeast here. Take a look at low temps. So low temps. So here's today. Here's tomorrow. A little more. This is tomorrow morning. Look, we're gonna have 30s dipping down into Interstate 4. Freezing temps possibly into Panhandle area. Tallahassee more than likely will be inching freezing tomorrow morning. But then Sunday morning, you can just see starts warm up. Monday a little warmer. Tuesday a little warmer. So they hang around. So we got 40s and 50s all the way up pretty much through midweek. 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah, so it's a slow warm up. High pressure lingers. The reason we have a slow warm up is because we don't have any systems coming. The next system's midweek. So that high pressure is going to, this high pressure right here, you can kind of see it on this map right here. There's big high pressure. But it lingers for quite a bit. Here's Sunday, really no moisture around. And this is next week. So here's Wednesday. Here's our next system right here developing Wednesday. Not a storm system, mainly more to the north, meaning it doesn't have much pull from the Gulf. But there's our next big moisture. So this is next Thursday. You see it. Low pressure. And this little area here is what's being talked about for rain. This is Thursday, the 8th. That was on that first map we showed. And it might push through Florida next Friday, Saturday. It's hard to tell. But that's nothing really. It's not a big storm. So we don't have a lot to talk about. Pretty quiet few days ahead. So thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. So there you go. So I'll be posting fire pictures tonight. Listen, Shelly, be on alert, please. I have a bad habit of posting on Facebook and waking up the next morning and having to delete things. Hey, Scott, Shelly's been, somebody had to pull out the donkey hoodies, but anyway, so tonight is fire pit night. I'll post pictures. Might be the last fire pit night of the year. Maybe tomorrow night too. And depending on how many hurricane hunters I have, I might have to have my phone taken away. And be careful of my sandals. All right. Well, have a great Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for all the support. And again, thanks for that award. Thanks. Congratulations. We'll talk about that some more. Yeah. So happy Easter. And hope all the kiddos have a fun Sunday morning. So we'll be hiding some eggs. And the Easter Bunny's coming to our house too. So anyway. All right, be good, y'all. We'll see you next time. Probably Monday morning. Go Rays. Sorry, Bill.